Hey guys, it's Oski Boy, and we're back for another tips and tricks. This time, we're going to play with Rosa. As you just saw, I've gotten so many new brawlers. It's crazy. But also, we've changed our name to OR Gaming because we just feel it's a more original name. So now, let's get into it. With Rosa, she has some really great star powers. And my favorite is the first one where she heals in bushes, because if you're on a map with lots of bushes, you can just never be killed. So then let's do this. For solo showdown on this map, you can just get into the center and basically survive for a long time, or go on the outer edges like I'm doing. But Rosa's pretty good at breaking boxes. So if you can just get her to have like 5 power cubes or something, she'll be really good. And yeah, so make sure that you watch RPG Boy's Carl video. It's a great video. And also make sure to watch his upcoming video, I believe that he's going to do about Leon. Because he got Leon a little while ago, and he's pretty good at it. But as you can see, I'm using the bush to heal this whole time, and my gadget grows back grass, so I'm just doing that right now because why not? So then I have more space to hide. And okay. So now we just have to wait for our enemy to come out, or we might have to find them because at this point we have 10,000 health, and this map has lots of bushes, so we can just hide if we really need to. And as I said, 10,000 health is really a lot, so we can risk getting power cubes from poison clouds and things like that with Rosa because she's just a total tank when it comes to all these things. And I just saw somebody in this bush, okay. But generally, Rosa's not as good against like long-range brawlers. But now we're going to do some gem grab, which is quite interesting because you can't really, if there aren't as many bushes on gem grab, so it's a little bit more difficult to survive these games. I don't usually use Rosa on gem grab, but you could if you got her early and you didn't even have showdown yet, I guess. I don't know. You really can use Rosa on most things as long as they have some bushes. Because she is the bush camping legend. That's all she is. So I would not recommend doing any other being out of bushes or whatever, because that's not going to end well, and I can guarantee it. And be careful for throwers, because there is a Sprout, I believe, on that team, and that's not a very good thing to be fighting, so you don't want to do that. But now let's see what we can do, and as you can see, I'm healing in that bush, and it's really helpful, because it can, if you're almost dead, it can keep you alive that few seconds longer, and if you're really high health and you just want to heal, it's a good thing for that too. Like, I just use Rosa in bushes all the time, because that's really kind of what she's for. But looks like we're not gonna win this one, because they have throwers and we can't fight throwers. Yep, there's the Jessie with all the mother load. Can't fight her. Yep. Okay. But yeah, that's what happens with gem grabs, so I wouldn't recommend it. But now, we're gonna do some Brawl Ball. And this is a different story. Because I like playing Rosa with Brawl Ball. It works. Like, as long as you're kind of one of those fighters that isn't trying to score as much. I mean, you can score, but it's just not, you shouldn't do that all the time. But in the middle of the map, when no one's really close to the end zones, you should be hiding in bushes and fighting anyone who comes close. And once you get to the end of the map, like maybe where I am, and you have your super, you might want to try to use that to help power through and score. And obviously it doesn't work all the time, but it works a lot. And that is why Rosa's good at Brawl Ball, and then good at Showdown too. And I don't know, she's pretty good for a rare brawler, I'd say. Like, I don't know, she isn't as good as, say, I don't know, one of the, like, I don't know, maybe epics. Like, she isn't that good, but like, her rating suits her, although I might put her in a super rare because I feel like she's a bit better than Primo. Because Primo's jump is good, but Rosa has a bigger range, and her hits do more damage, I believe. So, she's just really better than Primo, and they have about the same health. But, yeah, and Rosa's star power, sorry. The star power is amazing, like, you can do so much with that. But, yeah, I don't know, she's just a good brawler. And she can have some problems if you're new to her and you don't really understand how to use her attack yet. So she's generally good if you're an experienced brawler and you've played Brawl Stars for a while, because then you know how to use short range attacks, because it's harder, but it's not impossible. And let's see. On this other team, there are 2 throwers and 1 short range. So this is a little different than your usual game. Like, usually you'd have a long range in there too, and those guys are about as much danger as a thrower, but maybe throwers are even more dangerous because they can throw over walls. So it really varies on each round you play. Like, I don't know, it just can really depend when you're using someone like Rosa. But let's just score. Okay. So yeah, that's it for my tips and tricks. But yeah, I think it's great